2NURFM.com, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
And we're broadcasting live from the Community Courtyard here at the University of Newcastle for the Think.Eat.Save festival. And joining me is Neil Slater, who is a restaurateur and the OzHarvest ambassador here in Newcastle. Of course, 2004, Ronni Kahn was the lady who dreamt up this fantastic idea of trying to waste less food. Neil, welcome. Tell me about Ronni and her vision and what OzHarvest is.
Ronni was an event coordinator in Sydney, and she did a lot of major functions for all of the big corporations, and saw the excess that was being put out on display and the amount of food that was being wasted, and found that there was nowhere for that food to go to. So with the help of her husband, they changed the Civil Libertarian Act of New South Wales, which is no mean feat, and made it so that people could indeed give food to charities and without any legal ramifications from that food.
And that's now, if we wheel forward some 10 or so, 11 years, that's now doing so well, and we've got a really thriving operation here in the Hunter. What is happening here, Neil?
Well, we started the operation in the Hunter in February of 2010, and to date we've rescued 1 million kilos of food.
Wow, that's amazing. How many?
Created 3 million meals.
Roughly how many restaurants? Because we're really talking about restaurants and commercial food outlets, aren't we, when we talk about OzHarvest?
We are. We're talking about restaurants, cafes, more function centres, and then also the major grocery suppliers and a lot of food producers like Steggles and those people in the Hunter Valley, and the oat milk factory there at Hexham. They provide us with a lot of the food.
So just run me through, how does it actually work? Give me an example at your restaurant. What do you do? How does it happen?
Well, actually, restaurants probably don't have that much excess food. It's probably more function centres where the function's for 100 people and only 50 turn up, and you've got 50 prepared meals and you can't reuse them. So that's where mainly out of the restaurant industry, the commercial side of the restaurant industry. But places like West's are a very, very big contributor with their buffets. So they do their buffet, and then that buffet's fresh that day, and then the next day they do a new one. So we collect that food. That food is food that you and I would eat. It's to food standards of New South Wales, and then we redistribute that through the charitable organisations. And
are you on a call out today to other organisations to come and get involved with what you're doing with OzHarvest?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'd like more of the agencies where we deliver the food to understand what we do, and also more producers of food, if they have access, to know that they can do an ad hoc call. It might only be once every now and then that they have got that additional food. They ring our office there in Hamilton, and Monique and Pauline will look after them and make sure we come along, collect that food and redistribute it to those in need.
So it is really a spontaneous thing as well. You might just, as things happen, as you just said, you cater for X amount of people and Y turn up. So it is just a matter of a phone call for these businesses. It is
a matter of a phone call. Monday to Friday we'd be more than happy and delighted to pick up the food and redistribute it to those in need.
On the other end of the distribution scale, if you like, those receiving the food, how does that work? How do you choose who's going to get it? Do you need more people to come forth and say we would be happy to receive it? Talk me through that.
The people that receive it, the thing that's beautiful for me is it's non-denominational. So it's not our team's better than your team, so we don't distribute it to a particular religious or otherwise organisation. And the only proviso is that the food is given out for free.
Excellent.
So provided they are not-for-profit, handing out food to people for free that are in need, where they become the people that we deliver food to.
Neil Slater, OzHarvest ambassador here in the Hunter. Good work. Thank you so much for your time. Really
Pleasure.
Doing a wonderful job. It's heartwarming, to say the least. 2NURFM, we are at Eat, Think, Save. Come and say hello.